Have you ever noticed that older adults often have a distinct scent, even when maintaining excellent personal hygiene? If you think this is just a subjective impression, science has proven it true. However, its reason is not as simple as many might assume. While some believe it is due to inadequate hygiene or lifestyle habits, the real cause is physiological changes over time. Let's meet Henry Carter, a retired high school teacher at 70. Throughout his life, he has always taken pride in his neat appearance and meticulous personal hygiene. Henry takes a refreshing shower every morning, carefully selects a crisp outfit, and sprays a light touch of cologne before heading out. He believes he maintains a polished and dignified image. Yet, recently, something has been troubling him. That afternoon, in a sunlit room, Henry sat in his favorite armchair, gently turning the pages of a book as he read fairy tales to his grandchildren. The air carried the subtle aroma of Earl Grey tea from the cup on the table. While he was engrossed in the story, a whisper broke through the moment, soft enough that no one else seemed to notice, but it struck Henry like a lightning bolt. His youngest grandson, Max, leaned toward his sister and murmured, "Grandpa smells like a nursing home." Henry's heart sank. He paused momentarily, but continued reading as if nothing had happened. Yet, in his mind, those words echoed over and over again. He had just showered that morning and was wearing a freshly laundered shirt scented with soap. How could this be happening? That night, standing in front of the bathroom mirror, Henry studied himself intently. He furrowed his brows, took a deep breath, and tried to detect if anything was different. He had never thought his body could emit a scent associated with old age. Was this merely an innocent remark from a child? Or had his body truly changed over time? Unable to shake his curiosity, Henry decided to investigate. He spent the entire evening combing through scientific research and articles from aging experts, and what he discovered left him astounded. It turned out that this was not just a personal perception, it was a scientifically proven fact. The human body does change in scent as it ages. This difference is not related to cleanliness, but rather to natural biological transformations. The primary culprit is the increased production of a compound called 2-nominal, which forms as lipids in the skin oxidize. This substance is not noticeable in younger individuals, but becomes detectable in older adults, especially after age 40. Factors such as diet, stress levels, lifestyle habits, and hormonal changes can further amplify this scent. Henry let out a deep sigh, but he also felt relieved. At least, this wasn't a sign that his body was becoming unclean. It was simply a natural part of aging. However, what concerned him most was whether there was a way to manage it. As he continued reading, he found that there were indeed several ways to minimize the effects of 2-nominal. Maintaining a diet rich in antioxidants, using mild soaps that effectively remove excess skin oils, moisturizing regularly to slow down oxidation, and keeping living spaces well ventilated. Sitting down by the window, Henry pondered deeply. He recalled his grandson's words, but he no longer felt hurt or bewildered this time. Instead, he felt grateful to have found the answer. The body's changes with age are inevitable, but understanding them allows one to take proactive steps in self-care. You're not alone if you've ever wondered whether your natural scent changes as you grow older. This is a reality that many people overlook until they experience it firsthand. But the good news is that it can be managed, allowing you to maintain confidence in yourself. Perhaps what you're about to discover will completely change the way you think about body care after 60. Fact number 1. Old person smell is real, but not what you think. Henry couldn't shake his grandson's words from his mind. Did he have a distinct scent compared to before? And if so, what was the cause? Henry had believed that body odor was simply a result of personal hygiene all his life. If someone kept themselves clean, they wouldn't have an unpleasant smell. Simple as that. However, as he delved deeper into the topic, what he discovered contradicted his previous assumptions. It wasn't a matter of hygiene. Rather, the biological changes in the body created the distinct scent often associated with older adults. After reading multiple studies, Henry came across a surprising revelation. A natural chemical compound in the body was responsible for this phenomenon, and it had nothing to do with poor hygiene. As it turns out, as we age, our bodies undergo various changes that we may not even notice. The skin no longer regenerates as quickly as before, and the sweat and sebaceous glands function differently, producing new chemical compounds. One of these is 2-nominal, an aldehyde that forms when lipids on the skin's surface oxidize. This compound has a subtle, slightly musty and greasy odor, very different from the typical body odor associated with sweat and bacteria. What surprised Henry even more was that regular soap cannot wash away 2-nominal. Unlike body odor caused by bacterial sweat breakdown, 2-nominal clings tightly to the skin and can persist even after daily showers. This meant that no matter how meticulous Henry was with his care, he could still develop this scent without realizing it. That thought weighed heavily on him. Did this mean he would have to live with this scent for the rest of his life? He couldn't bear the idea that those around him might notice it while he remained oblivious. But then, as he continued his research, Henry found a piece of good news. There were simple ways to control or reduce the scent caused by 2-nominal. Not everyone had to accept this change as an inevitable part of aging. A few small lifestyle adjustments could make a significant difference. What helped Henry find the solution? The answer lay number 2, an often overlooked factor that can strongly influence body odor: diet. The foods we consume daily can determine how our bodies emit scent. Stay tuned, because what comes next might completely change how you think about your body. Fact number 2. Your diet has a bigger impact than you think. Henry felt relieved knowing that the unfamiliar scent on his body wasn't due to poor hygiene. But that didn't mean he was ready to accept it as an inevitable part of aging. He wanted to find a way to control or even eliminate this scent. Being naturally curious, Henry continued his research, and what he discovered truly surprised him. The food we eat daily can directly affect body odor. He had never considered that his diet could play such a crucial role. As it turns out, certain foods can intensify body odor by influencing metabolic processes, while others can help the body emit a more pleasant fragrance. This explains why some people naturally smell good without perfume, while others struggle with body odor despite maintaining excellent hygiene. Henry realized that his diet might contribute to his body's scent change. He had always enjoyed strongly flavored foods, particularly garlic, curry, and cumin, without knowing that the sulfur compounds in these spices can linger in the body for hours, even days, and be excreted through sweat. Additionally, he regularly consumes red meat, which takes longer to digest and produces more odor-causing compounds as the body breaks down its proteins. One of his biggest surprises? Alcohol. Henry had never thought that a glass of wine or beer with dinner could impact body odor. However, when the body metabolizes alcohol, it produces acetaldehyde, a compound that escapes through breath and sweat, resulting in a stronger, sometimes unpleasant scent. Henry continued his research and discovered that some foods can neutralize body odor and even give the skin a naturally pleasant scent. He started incorporating more leafy greens, such as spinach, kale, and cilantro into his diet. These foods are rich in chlorophyll, a natural deodorizer that helps combat body odor. He added citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, and grapefruit to his meals. These fruits help balance the body's pH, preventing excessive bacterial growth on the skin, a major contributor to body odor. Lastly, Henry replaced his morning coffee with green tea or peppermint tea, both of which are packed with antioxidants that slow down lipid oxidation, the primary cause of 2-nominal formation on the skin. After learning how diet influences body odor, Henry revamped his eating habits. He tried following a Mediterranean diet, focusing on fish, leafy greens, olive oil, and nuts, while reducing his intake of red meat and strong-smelling spices. At first, adjusting to this new diet felt strange, but Henry noticed a significant difference after just a few weeks. His skin looked brighter, he sweated less, and, most surprisingly, his wife complimented him on his pleasant scent. This experience led Henry to a powerful realization. We can't stop aging, but can control how our bodies respond to it. And sometimes, a few small dietary changes can make a huge difference. But diet is only part of the story. As Henry continued his journey, he discovered another key factor that strongly affects body odor, one that most people overlook. That factor? Skincare. Stay tuned for fact number 3, which might change how you care for your body after 60. Fact number 3, skincare and hygiene. Need to change after 60. Henry didn't just adjust his diet. He also started paying closer attention to how he cared for his body. Even after changing his food choices, he realized that his body still had natural characteristics that caused his scent to shift over time. As he dug deeper, he learned that skincare and personal hygiene must evolve with age. After turning 60, the skin is no longer the same. It becomes thinner, loses elasticity, and weakens its ability to protect itself. This makes it easier for bacteria and odor-causing compounds to cling to the skin. Henry's skin could quickly recover from environmental exposure in the past. But now, cell regeneration slows down, causing sweat and dirt to linger longer. Additionally, sweat glands change over time. When younger, sweat primarily cools the body and doesn't produce much odor. However, its composition shifts with age, containing more lipids and fatty acids. When these compounds interact with oxygen, they oxidize, leading to a more noticeable scent. This means that even though Henry didn't sweat as much as he used to, his body odor became more apparent. Henry initially thought showering more frequently and using stronger soaps would help manage his body odor. But he quickly realized that this was a common mistake. Regular soaps, especially alkaline-based or those with artificial fragrances, can strip away too much of the skin's natural oils, making it dry and irritated. Dry skin not only feels uncomfortable, but also accelerates lipid oxidation, which makes body odor more pronounced. Instead of helping, harsh soap could worsen the problem in the long run. The right way to care for your skin to control body odor. Henry changed his personal care routine after learning more about his skin's needs. Instead of using strong soaps, he switched to pH-balanced, gentle cleansers. He looked for natural ingredients like aloe vera, oatmeal, and coconut oil, which clean the skin without stripping away moisture. Additionally, he started moisturizing more often. He never paid much attention to this step in the past. But after applying moisturizer daily, he noticed that his skin felt softer, less dry, and, most importantly, his body odor became much milder. Well-hydrated skin is less prone to lipid oxidation, which reduces the formation of 2-nominal, the compound responsible for the old person smell. Henry didn't stop at skincare. He also reconsidered his clothing choices. He realized that fabric materials affect how the body retains and emits odors. Previously, he often wore polyester or synthetic fabrics, but these trap sweat and encourage bacterial buildup, making odors more noticeable. He prioritizes breathable fabrics like cotton, linen, and bamboo fibers, which absorb sweat and prevent bacteria from thriving. Henry felt a significant improvement after just a few weeks of these changes. He was more comfortable in his skin and, most importantly, no longer worried about body odor. His wife even commented that he looked healthier and refreshed, not just from his diet, but also because his skin appeared more vibrant. But Henry's journey didn't stop there. As he continued his research, he uncovered another overlooked factor influencing body odor: the living environment. Daily habits and home adjustments could help control or eliminate age-related scent changes. Stay tuned for fact number 4, where Henry discovers how his home environment is crucial in body odor management. Fact number 4. Medications can alter body odor. After adjusting his diet and skincare routine, Henry noticed a significant improvement. However, there were still days when he sensed an unusual change in his body odor without any apparent reason. He wondered, was there another factor affecting his scent? During a routine checkup, Henry stumbled upon something he had never considered. Certain medications can influence body odor without us realizing it. As the body metabolizes drugs, some compounds are excreted through sweat, urine, or breath, leading to subtle but distinct scent changes. Henry started researching and found that many common medications could alter body scent in ways people often overlook. Antidepressants and anti-anxiety medications. Many older adults take these medications, which can increase sweating. This means that even with proper hygiene, they may sweat more than usual, leading to bacterial growth and stronger body odor. Diabetes medications. Some medications for diabetes can cause ketone buildup in the body, resulting in a slightly sweet or sour-smelling sweat. Henry recalled a friend complaining about an unusual body scent after starting diabetes treatment. Now, he finally understood why. Blood pressure medications, diuretics. These drugs help remove excess water from the body, but if hydration levels aren't maintained, the body can become slightly dehydrated. This makes sweat more concentrated, and body odor strengthens as bacteria break it down. Understanding the cause reassured Henry. It meant that body odor wasn't always a sign of poor hygiene or health issues, but a natural reaction to medication. However, he still wanted to find ways to control it. Stay hydrated. Henry made sure to drink enough water daily. This improved his overall health and helped flush out toxins, making his sweat less intense. After increasing his water intake, he felt lighter and noticed that his skin looked fresher. Switch to natural deodorants. Instead of using commercial deodorants with harsh chemicals, Henry opted for natural alternatives containing baking soda, magnesium, or tea tree oil. These ingredients effectively neutralize odor without irritating the skin. Consult a doctor for unexpected changes. If Henry noticed a sudden change in his body scent, he would discuss it with his doctor. Some odor changes could indicate an adverse reaction to medication, and in some cases, doctors might adjust dosages or suggest alternative treatments. Henry realized that aging comes with natural changes, but understanding the reasons behind them and adapting accordingly was the key to maintaining confidence and comfort. However, one major factor he hadn't explored was how daily habits and home environments impact body odor. Sometimes, the smallest adjustments in daily life can make the biggest difference. Fact number 5. Clothes and bedding retain odors longer than you think. Henry had changed his diet, improved his skincare routine, and managed medication-related body odor. But there were still days when he felt that the old scent lingered, even after a thorough shower. After observing closely, he realized that the smell wasn't just coming from his body. It was also trapped in his clothes and bedding. Why clothes and bedding hold on to odors? Clothing, especially synthetic fibers, traps oils and sweat more than natural fabrics. Henry's cozy sweaters and polyester pajamas, which he often wore in the winter, seemed to hold onto odors longer than the cotton shirts he wore during the summer. The same issue applied to his bed sheets, pillows, and blankets, which remained in direct contact with his body for hours each night. Despite washing his clothes regularly, Henry noticed that sometimes they didn't smell as fresh as they used to. Body odor, natural skin oils, and compounds like 2-nominal could become embedded in the fabric, making them hard to remove with regular laundry detergent alone. Solutions to keep clothes and bedding fresh. Not wanting to continue worrying about lingering odors, Henry searched for more effective ways to clean his clothes and bedding, using enzyme-based detergents. Henry discovered that regular laundry detergent wasn't always enough to break down oils and proteins trapped in fabrics. He switched to detergents containing enzymes specifically designed to break down sweat, body oils, and stubborn odor compounds. After a few washes, his clothes smelled noticeably fresher, without needing heavy artificial fabric softeners. Adding white vinegar to the rinse cycle. Initially, Henry hesitates using vinegar, fearing his clothes might smell sour. However, after testing it, he found that white vinegar effectively neutralized odors and softened fabrics without leaving any vinegar smell. This simple trick made a huge difference, keeping his bedding and clothes feeling fresh longer. Sun-drying clothes instead of machine drying. Henry used to tumble dry his clothes for convenience, but he learned that sunlight is one of the best natural ways to eliminate bacteria and odors. Sun exposure speeds up drying, kills bacteria, and prevents mildew growth on fabrics. When Henry started air drying his clothes outdoors, he noticed they felt crisper and cleaner, with a refreshing natural scent. With these simple adjustments, Henry no longer worried about lingering odors in his clothes and bedding. He felt refreshed, clean, and confident whenever he dressed or climbed into bed. However, Henry realized that maintaining freshness wasn't just personal care and laundry. One final factor many people overlook is the living environment itself. Stay tuned for fact number 6, where Henry uncovers how his home's air quality and surroundings play a crucial role in body odor control. Not wanting to keep worrying about lingering odors, Henry began looking for more effective ways to clean his clothes and bedding. He realized that regular laundry detergent might not be enough to eliminate odor-causing compounds, especially excess skin oils. To solve this, Henry decided to try enzyme-based detergents, a special type of cleanser that can break down oils and proteins, the main culprits behind stubborn odors in fabrics. After just a few washes, he noticed that his clothes smelled fresher without the need for excessive artificial fabric softeners. Additionally, Henry tested a simple but highly effective method, adding white vinegar to the rinse cycle. Initially, he was worried that his clothes might smell like vinegar. Still, after trying it, he found that vinegar effectively neutralized bad odors while softening fabrics, without leaving any unpleasant acidic scent. This small trick made a huge difference, keeping his bedding and clothes cleaner and fresher. Lastly, Henry changed the way he dried his laundry. Previously, he relied on machine drying for convenience, but after researching, he discovered that sun-drying clothes were the most natural way to eliminate bacteria and odors. Sunlight dried clothes quickly, killed bacteria, and prevented mold from developing in fabrics. When Henry started hanging his clothes outside more often, he felt that each time he put on fresh laundry, it had a crisp, clean scent that felt refreshing. After just a short period of implementing these minor adjustments, Henry noticed that body odor no longer clung to his clothes or bedding. He no longer felt anxious about whether others could notice his scent. More importantly, he felt confident and comfortable in his skin. Henry realized that managing body odor wasn't just about personal hygiene. It also involved diet, skincare, medications, and even small habits like washing and drying his clothes. Every small change contributed to a big difference, helping him maintain a fresh, clean, and confident feeling every day. For Henry, this journey wasn't just about understanding his body better. It was about finding practical solutions to live happily, healthily, and energetically at any age. Were you surprised by these helpful tips? Maybe you too once thought that body odor was only related to hygiene, but as it turns out, many different factors influence it, from diet and medications to skincare and even the fabrics we use daily. With just a few simple changes, you can take control of your body's natural scent, ensuring that you always feel fresh, clean, and confident, no matter your age. Remember, body odor isn't something you're powerless against. It's simply your body's response to external factors. And the good news? You have the power to control it. Have you tried any of these methods before? Or do you have other tips you'd like to share? Leave a comment below to discuss and support each other in our journey to better self-care.